Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. So this was my, for me, big project today. I wanted to take, this is used tin that I used, or used steel. I wanted to seal up all the old screw holes and stuff from this metal. So I had, of course, to move most of the stuff down here, and the tractor and mower and all, and to get to all of them. But I know it looks like a lot. They're little bitty holes, and that's the foil tape that we use in HVAC. So shouldn't have a problem with it sticking. And it's, you know, it's not like the water's sitting there, it's trying to run off. So I've got every hole I could find taped up. Even if the metal overlapped over a hole, I still taped up the hole. So all that is done. I did manage to hang that one big pipe just temporarily, get it out of the way. I got to do something with the other one. Cleaned off that shelf up there while I was up there, and moved this stuff again so I can get to the chicken feed better, and the rabbit feed, and the gas cans and all. And the generators first. So anyway, moving the tractor was a job by myself. I need to go ahead and take the carburetor off and put that gasket back on it so it'll crank up and run, but I haven't fixed that leaking bowl yet, and it's a slow drip, but I mean, it's not going to stop it from running. I just don't want to waste it. So I moved it by hand, put it back, moved it over a little bit, as y'all can tell on the ground, about a foot. Makes a difference when you've got, you know, 3 feet of walk space versus 4 feet or 5 maybe, whatever that is. And I moved the mower over to that side because I'm going to do something when that barrel there that I've got cut in half and 2 halves screwed together. That was what I used as a worm bed several years ago. And the armadillos got in it and wiped me out. It was going good till then. Then I put wire on it. And then I had a dog that wanted to dig and lay in it. And so I moved it behind the house back there and ended up dumping it on the ground and just laid some OSB over it. And that kept the ground nice and moist because that backside of the house doesn't get a lot of sunshine except early morning. And I'd go out there and take old bread scraps and stuff and throw under there and lay it back down. And if you go out there and dig up a big handful of dirt, you'd have a handful of worms. So that's what it was for. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I may make a planter of some sort out of it. But for right now, I need to find somewhere to move it and get it out of the way. And that metal box right there, or can, is actually for a P-TAC heating and air unit like you would have in a motel or hotel. That's what I've got in that old building there that I'm planning on taking out. It still works, but I never had the metal can for it. So I got one used from a job we did. And that way when I take it out, it's got a metal can. But either way, it wore me out. I spent a good, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours moving everything and taping up all these holes. So my goal is to go ahead and build some shelving on this side, like I said in the other video, that hang from the rafters, so I can store things like plywood and extra pipe and all that stuff up above my head, and it leaves the floor open, because I want to wrap this whole thing with metal and close it in and do double swing doors on this end that's metal. So that's a lot, but the metal I'm supposed to pick up is enough to do this and build another one of these larger lean-tos off the other side of the mini barn here when I tear this down. So I need a place to put all this stuff, and that's why I started over there, so I could start getting the, you know, the shelves hanging done, start moving all this stuff. And I've got a little bit of metal there and a little bit on the other side. I don't know if it's enough to do all of this, but I've got way more than enough over at my brother's. I just got to go get. So making progress. Like I tell y'all, it's little things, a little at a time, will get you where you want to go. I know we're running out of time the way the economy's going right now, but don't stress over it. Just do the best you can. If you're continually making progress, you shouldn't have issues. Nothing major. Take care of the important things first. Water, food, shelter, and then, of course, self-defense, offense if necessary. Get into your medical, all your things that you would definitely need if you can't run to town or run to the doctor to get what you need. So I have not done it, but I know Jace Medical is big on getting emergency antibiotics stored. So some of y'all may want to look that up. I believe it's JASE. But my son-in-law come out several days ago and cut a bunch of these low-lying limbs for me, and I appreciate that. I'm actually plan on taking both these trees down, or all three of these trees down, just so I can eventually dig the root ball up and make the garden area bigger. But before I do that, I've got to dig this water. This ain't water, this is electrical going out to the range. I've got to dig it down a couple of feet into the ground so the plows and stuff won't hit it when you're plowing the garden. So that, or either add to the wire and reroute it a longer ways. I don't want to do that because it's 400 feet already, and I will need to go up a size in wire, which will cost about 600 bucks. Maybe a little more than that, the way price wire is. So anyway, that's what I've been doing this weekend, is trying to get ready to tear down the old 7.5 foot lean-to over there and build this 14 or 16. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 16 total. But either way, I hope y'all are staying safe out there and prepping as best you can. I know things are hard and money's getting tight with the way the fuel prices are and groceries and everything else that hit us in our daily lives. And that fire at one of the what is it, a distillery that they call it? I don't know. Factory where they make that gas from the crude oil. Shut the plant down the other day, so our gas prices have shot up about 20 cents already, which it's not that big a deal, but there's too many fires at food processing plants and fuel plants and stuff in the last year for it to be a big coincidence. There's no way. Dozens and dozens that you can't tell me we're not being attacked from within. But that's just my opinion. I'm not big on spraying poisons, but this privy will take over my entire property if I don't do something with it. So I got my chainsaws back from the guy that cleaned the carburetors and got them running for me. And when he came by yesterday, he not only brought me my chainsaws, but he brought me some poison that will kill some of these weeds that grow faster than I can keep up with. And I sprayed just a little bit of it, and I don't want to get anywhere around my animals or anywhere around where I want to plant food. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to kill the privy on the fence line. That's all I'm trying to do. So I sprayed some of that to see if it'll kill that privy. If not, I'm going to have to get something else, because I physically cleared that fence line 3 years ago with a machete and an axe. Had it all the way to the fence, and it's privy's 15 to 20 feet in now. So I've got to do something that's going to kill that privy back, so when I get it cleared, I can keep it that way. But anywho, guys, I appreciate y'all watching the videos, and I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. Had another new subscriber today, and I think one yesterday, and then I had one the day before, but then I lost one. So, slowly growing, and I do appreciate all of you that are subscribing. It means a lot. We're a long way from my goal of 5,000. Not even at 150 yet, but we're getting there. And that's the important stuff. I see the black tip hen is up. The 5 eggs I checked earlier when she was up foraging, I don't think they're going to hatch. It's been long enough now. They should have already hatched. So I don't believe they're going to. I may just have to go buy me some more biddies from Tractor Supply like my son did for me for all those in that first pen there. And just as soon as these start laying on this pen, go ahead and process these older ones and make room for a new batch of biddies. But it won't be much longer before they quit selling them, so I need to go ahead and do something. So I'm not getting, but right now I've got 3 hens that are molting, 1 that's setting, and another one that was trying to set that I put over with the teenagers. So I'm lucky if I've gotten 1 egg in the last 5 or 6 days. So it's not real good. They're being freeloaders right now. So it's getting close to the time. If I'm not going to get eggs, I might as well process some of these, and that may be coming up in the next week or 2. So I may record some of that, do like a time-lapse deal where we show you a little bit of the plucking process and then show you the actual cutting up the chicken. I'm not going to show you the guts and all that part of it, but after we've got it plucked and processed to there is a whole ready to cook chicken there, I may show y'all how to cut up a chicken. Some of you, a lot of you, I'm sure, don't know how. Well, I did that for 30 plus years, so you know, I can take those 4 or 5 chickens that I process, or 6, whatever it is, and show people how to cut up their own chicken so that they will know what to do. And it's really not that hard. I've taught more people than I can probably count over the 30 plus years of of cutting meat as much as I did. So anyway, I know the video's running a little bit long. I have been working this afternoon up under here and trying to get things cleaned up and organized so that I've got room. As you can see, I can walk through now. I can tote something if I need to. And I haven't found but 1 wasp nest, and it was in that metal frame for that P-tack I was telling y'all about. So I've got it up right now, so there's not a place for them to hide a nest. So anyway, I did buy more feed this past weekend, or end of the week, and refilled the small can here with chicken feed, and those 18 chickens are going through feed a lot faster than I ever expected. So this one's full of layer pellets, and then I bought 3 bags, so it filled that one up, and I got 1 bag in here, so I need to buy 2 more bags this week. And this one, I did buy another bag of Start and Grow, or Chick Starter, so it's full. So when I do get some more babies, I'm ready for that. That's about 2 breedings worth. And then of course the rabbit pellets won't hold but about half a bag more. Might get a bag in there, but I doubt it. Excuse me. So anywho, it's a lot to do. I hope you've got your family on board with prepping, maybe your spouse, significant other, and you're not struggling quite as bad as some of us single folks. And you know, I've got my daughters and their spouses and grandkids, and they do help me every now and then when I ask for help on something, but for the most part, most of the prepping is done by daddy or by pawpaw, or you know, whatever they want to call me. I don't care as long as they call me. So but it's a lot tougher when you're doing it by yourself. When my ex and I were together, we prepped together, we did a lot of stuff together, and there was some things she did and there's some things that I did, but together we made prepping a whole lot easier, because prepping is work. Don't let anybody fool you. Prepping is work, and if you don't work it and don't work at it to improve every day, you're not going to get to where you need to be. But either way, guys, this video is almost 15 minutes long, so I'm going to cut it off right there. And I've already got one made for Monday morning, which is tomorrow morning. So this one will come out sometime during the week. But guys, y'all remember the 2 things I always tell you is more important than anything else. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe and be prepared. I still say that's the easiest way to store food. Let them scratch, feed them a little bit, and they're there when you need them. Love y'all. Y'all be good.